Ocio, I'm live again, just for a bullshit stream. Let me let some people know. Well, of course, somebody had to sit there and lie on me all over the place. Nicole, it's private for one reason, because I was going to snip out the beginning of it anyway because I want that stream to be just about Mount St. Helens. You stupid bitch. And I wish you would stop obsessing about things in my ass, really. You know, what I find really interesting is, she has to talk about God all the time. Well, I think she should be worried about God. I know she'll be here lurking any second now because she is subbed to me and she gets that notification. She's right on it in a hot minute. Anyway, let's see. First, let's address I doxed a school. Do you know what doxing is, you idiot? It was a public website for the school you're claiming. Public. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on. Give me a minute. Oh, for fuck's sakes. I've grown to hate YouTube with a fiery passion. Why is it not opening? I have to open 3 pages to get anywhere with this damn thing. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's why. Jesus Christ, why is that? Oh, fuck me running. What the ever-loving fuck? There we go. Okay. Now that I've got my settings correct, hold on. Anyway, first, the reason it's on private is because I was going to snip out the first part anyway, Nicole, and it wasn't a threat, it's a promise. You won't leave me alone. You're not defending yourself or responding to me. You're lying. You are outright lying. And you know it. That's why you're so angry at me, because I'm telling the truth about you. You don't like the truth being told about you. What has been your lie all along? You quit Cheer Squad. You didn't get kicked out. Well, now you're admitting that you got suspended for 6 months. Oh, gee, that's kicked out. Hi, Dina. Let's see. I doxed a school. No, I showed a public website. That is not doxing, you complete moron. Well, just don't get struck by lightning again, Dina. Well, I mean your house or your property or anything. Fucking A, that was scary. Let's see. I'm posting pictures of underage children without their permission. They were taken from public websites. The parents have already given permission for their children's photos to be displayed. Not only does the photos show that there are other black participants in Special Olympics, you have plenty on your teams. But you seem to think that it's all oppression. It's all because you're black. It's all because other people are white, and white people can get away with anything. And then you threaten me with more privacy strikes, saying I can't use a picture of you. Yeah, I can. Because you've used my stuff in your videos before, and so I tried to do a privacy strike since you were doing it to me, and it got turned down. That's why none of those videos got turned down, Nicole, because you keep privacy striking for nothing. And eventually they could take your channel away. Why they haven't yet, I don't know. There are a lot of, and let's address this. Carrie Barrick pushed my mom. Let's discuss that, shall we? Let's discuss that. I think we will. She bumped into your mother's purse, and your mother, being a histrionic like you, who wants to blame everything on everybody else, can't accept that an accident might happen, and everything is everyone else's fault. It's never your fault. Officer, just because I was doing 40 over, you can't give me a ticket. You're just doing it because I'm black. Is that it, Nicole? What happened was Carrie bumped into her mother's purse, and her mother freaked out, claiming she pushed her. The bowling alley has cameras. If the cameras would have been looked at, you would have seen it. Oh, so you're going to try and arrest Carrie for bumping into your mother's purse? Oh, and if they would have arrested her? If they would have arrested her for basically simple assault, you think none of us would have ever have heard of her because, what, she was going to spend life in prison for assault? Really? You mean fled the police? I hate your phone sometimes. That's what I figured. See? Stupid phone. Voice to text. You must enunciate. Project. So now Nicole is brigading and dogpiling again, which I have recorded and sent to Team YouTube. Because she is saying that all of Boyd should help her because Ani needs to go bye-bye. Oh, isn't that a threat, Nicole? Blake's, I have it on private because I took care of some of my BS business first, and I wanted to cut it out. Of course, Nicole's all freaking out that I made a threat. And I had even said in the video that I was going to cut that part out later. So she's freaking out because it's on private. Because I wanted to cut that part out because I wanted it to be about Mount St. Helens. But I just did a very brief, fuck that bitch, lying bitch, stuff like that. And she had 2 people in her chat, and I don't know if she's still live or not, but at the end, she had nobody for like the last half hour. Nobody. But she keeps just rattle on, making all kinds of threats. You need to help me report Mouse Annie. And then, of course, she goes on about the same things over and over and over again, as always. And that fat-ass Ricky Barrick, I had to feed her. Oh my God, you had a guest in your home and you were expected to act as a hostess? This bullshit with Nicole thinking that if she's nice to somebody, they owe her for the rest of their lives. Get over it. This bullshit that nothing is ever your fault or it's because you're black. And oh, we're just hateful people. We're just so hateful. We're so hateful. We don't know anything about being nice or good. Let me see. Let's see how nice and loving this person is. Let's start with this. Hi, my name is Nicole. I'm in Special Olympics, but Special Olympics let this parent named Carrie Barrett, which you're not supposed to be using somebody's name, get away with bad things just because she is white and it not right what she is doing. Special Olympics is letting her do to another athlete. Last year at bowling, she was stalking me at bowling every time I went to order food. She would get up and watch me, which I think is your own paranoia, and also did a bad thing to parent last year at bowling, and a couple years ago lied to Special Olympics about me to get me suspended 6 months from cheerleading. Let all sign this petition to let Special Olympics know that it's not okay just because you are white to have Special Olympic special treatment. If should be the same for everyone in Special Olympics, black and white athletes. You seem to be about the only black athlete, and I use that term loosely, that's bitching about anything, Nicole. And they took Carrie's name out of it once. Carrie's daughter Ricky and her were friends, and she likes to go on about Ricky was so much nicer when she was with her dad and all this other stuff. Apparently, Ricky's dad passed away. So is Nicole saying that Ricky should still be with her dad? Is she wishing death on her? What the fuck, bitch? And she thinks that because she told Ricky about the cheer squad, that that's the only reason she got on cheer squad. So since she's not on cheer squad anymore, Ricky shouldn't be on cheer squad anymore. Make sense of that. I can't. But this petition against the Special Olympics, what a load of horseshit. And yes, I sent the link to Michael. And she doesn't care who I'm talking to behind the scenes. Well, if she were smart, she would, but she's not smart. Because you're doing a lot of things that could get everyone in trouble. It's been at least a couple years since this incident with the cheer squad. But of course, she still ass hurt about it. To the point that she's obsessed with my ass and things going in it. And then she tries to tell us she's not a lesbian. Oh, I'm sorry, you're a little too obsessed with my ass. What do you mean you're not a lesbian? So report this, Nicole. Report it, report it, report it, report it. I don't care. But just like with RSN and G Mangoes and everything else, if she's ever donated money to them, they better not ever be rude to her. Or else. Carrie, I don't have time to look at messages right now. But, you know, it's just the same bullshit over and over. Let's see how sweet and loving she is with this one. Come on. Pop up there. My computer might take a minute here. But while we're waiting, because we're apparently jealous of her merch. There's my merch. What do we have here in this sweet and loving and giving person's merchandise store? Kami Joe is Japan trash. Racism. How sweet and loving. Ani is a idiot. Well, Ani knows that it's an idiot. You add the N if the next word starts with a vowel. So, kind of stupid for you to be calling me an idiot when you can't figure that one out. Um, Face masks. During a pandemic, she has face masks that say be positive. For what? COVID? What the fuck? Jake is a piece of shit. Now, there's some kind and loving words. Samantha is the biggest liar. Oh, how sweet of her to say. Ani is a bully. Who's talking about somebody who's been a bully online for, at least 6 years? And she doesn't like it, and that's why she wants to call me a bully. Spread love, not hate. Wait a minute. Ani is a bully. Samantha is the biggest liar. Jake is a piece of shit. And then spread love, not hate. Okay, I think my brain has whiplash now. What the fuck? Spread love, not hate. Be positive. Stop the bullying. You first, Nicole. Seriously, you first. You've been doing this shit for how long? You've been bullying people, and then I don't bully anybody. I don't bullshit. There's my amazing store. Ani is amazing. And please don't go buy anything because it's not going to be up long. I just made it as a joke. Don't go fucking buying anything. Seriously. But you know what we can do? We can look at my merch. There we go. Nicole is a YouTube predator. Nicole sexualizes children on social media. Nicole is a YouTube predator. Bullfrogs are squishy and smelly. So, yeah. Those are my shirts. And mugs. Oh, they didn't show my mugs, did it? Yeah. I think they say Nicole is going to jail and Nicole is a big ugly bitch. But they are just made as a joke, so don't even attempt to order them. The site's probably going to come down shortly because I'm not keeping that shit up there. I'm not Nicole. I'm not a grifter like Nicole. But yeah, her usual bullshit of lie, and the stupid idiots in her chat. Oh, hi, Stevie. Yeah, we got a special treat for you eventually, Stevie, too. Keep making them videos. Like I said, I'm working behind the scenes a lot more, and I'm going to just start doing a lot more of my own shit on here, and fuck that lot, because I got going on behind the scenes. I don't need to be out here, but I'm really getting tired of being lied about. Her false privacy strikes constantly. She can use my stuff on her stream, but I'm not allowed to use hers on my stream. Bullshit. I'm tired of this, rules only work one way and none of the rules apply to her. So, fuck this load of horse shit because, she wants to play, I will play hard. Oh, come on. What is it? Oh, okay. Go away. Anyway, I got my senior thing that I got to do this week. I melted down some wax that I had sitting around, and it's way too soft for candles. It's not going to work. Once you add the fragrance oil to it, it's just going to be like weird and squishy. It needs like a hardener or something. I don't know what it needs, but it's just too soft. And the thing is, it's some kind of a paraffin, but the other wax I have is all paraffin, and it's not that soft. So I don't know if they've added some kind of oil to it or what they've done, but yuck, it's just not good. And I've been trying to clean up some old wax and trying to get a few things done. I had to transplant cucumber and zucchini seedlings. I was going to go see if the neighbors wanted some zucchini seedlings because I don't need a dozen of them. 2 or 3 at the most is going to be just fine because they produce like a mofo. But I got a couple neighbors that do gardening, so I'll offer them some uh, seedlings of the zucchini and the cucumbers, and what I can't give away, I'll just donate to the food bank because that seems to be pretty popular. I've taken plant seedlings and stuff like that to them before, and they seem to go pretty fast. Or if I'm trimming up some of the herbs, I can put them in like Ziploc bags, and those seem to go. People love fresh herbs, so just because you don't mean you don't need flavor. But that's pretty much about all I'm doing. I was gonna get some paints out and do a painting, but then I get confused, and because there's so many different things I want to paint, so then I go, oh, no, don't want to do that right now. Oh, do I? No, don't want to. Do I want to try a new technique? No, I don't feel like trying a new technique. Blah, 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 blah. So that's about all that's going on here. Got plenty of lurkers. Nobody's chatting, so I probably won't stay on long. I'm not sure where Samantha went to. She was there a while ago, but not in the chat, but she was online a while ago. But, ow. You know, it's just astounding how much one person is so hateful and nasty and lies, and the idiots in her chat believe her when, you know, we've gotten the fill it with hot but not real hot water to where it will break the glass, and then put it in a pot of water, and it'll boil out, but then you got to clean wax out of your pan. Or you can put the jar upside down on a cookie sheet with several layers of paper towels and turn the oven on like 150 or something. And you might want to keep the door open so that it doesn't get too hot and crack, but that will melt a lot of the residue out. And if you handle it while you have like oven mitts or something on, you can usually stick paper towels in there and absorb the rest of the wax that's in it. And then after that, it's just scrubbing it with like Dawn dish soap or something. And of course, if you're looking to reuse it, you can get, you know, the wick tabs and wicking on Amazon or eBay or anywhere, or if you have a candle supply store near you. There's one in Seattle called Zenith that I haven't been to in ages. I don't even know if they're still there, but they had some amazing stuff. Hey, Brandon. You missed the exciting part. Now we're into the boring part. Me talking about my hobbies. But not much else going on here right now. Just, you know, trying to get things going for spring. And it was actually sunny today, and I could actually turn the heat off because it was warm enough. But now I can bore the fuck out of the trolls that are watching. Oh, just the usual horseshit. Anyway, yeah, you notice they get that notification right away, which means that they're subbed to me. And for Bullfrog to, you know, catch what I said, she had to have been right on it because I only talked for about maybe 10 minutes, 5 minutes before I started talking about Mount St. Helens. You missed a little bit, just, you know, the shit that pisses me off, the lies, the bullshit. She's trying to brigade people against me. She wants all of Boyd to start reporting me for no stupid reason because I need to. Mouse Annie needs to go bye-bye. She seems to think she has some kind of power at YouTube. The person who's lost how many channels and how many videos and all that shit. Yeah, that's power. Jesus Christ. But, oh yeah, I've got my own merch now because apparently I'm jealous of What's-Her-Face's merch because apparently I'm incapable of, you know, doing my own merch. YouTubers. Let's see. Let's start with Bullfrogs are squishy and smelly. Nicole is a YouTube predator. Nicole sexualizes children on social media. Nicole is a YouTube predator. Oh, Nicole is going to jail. Nicole is a fat, ugly bitch. So, yeah, that's my store. And no, you can't order anything from it because I'm going to end up taking it down because I made it as a joke. I mean, she seems to think she's the only person capable of doing this shit. Come on. Really? And if I were going to actually do merch, I would do something more interesting than that horse shit. Give me a break. Because she is stupid. And she's got stupid people who believe anything she says when it's all lies. But you can go back and watch the beginning later. I don't want to go through it anymore because we were discussing candles. I get all kinds of, oh shoot, where are those roses at? Ooh, some little ribbon roses would be cute on those. Because I've got glass candle holders. I don't know why I'm so hoarse today. I've got some glass candle holders and I'm, glue the wicks down. And I use a pair of chopsticks tied together with like a rubber band so I can get them open so I can put them over the wick to hold them in place. And then I pour the wax in at the right temperature. It's like 90 degrees or something like that. Of course, by then it started hardening on the sides of your pan. But then I put like ribbons and beads and all kinds of doohickeys on them. And, like the violet scented one, I've got purple ribbon and these little purple flowers glued to them and shit like that. But like, I don't know if she's still live, Brandon, but the last half hour she had no one in her chat and she was just going on and on and on. Bitch, nobody's listening. Just like nobody's particularly listening to me except for 2 people. Well, there's 6, but 4 lurkers. But yeah, I went to that place out off of I-5, and he didn't have much of a selection left, and it's really not difficult to do, Blake's. I mean, I get these heavy duty candle holder things at the dollar stores that are $1.25 each, since the dollar store is now the $1.25 store. At least Dollar Tree is. I tried to order them online one time and they didn't have them online, so that kind of sucked. But let's see. But I get ribbons and all kinds of doohickeys at the dollar store. Yeah. Oh, and she said that Jake got rid of me. Actually, it was the other way around, and he wanted to be petty about it. So whatever. Yes, I'm jealous of that. Yes, that's what I'm jealous of. All right, hold on. Oh yeah, yeah, she is. We got somebody that's watching but not chatting because of somebody else. So, but oh, I also discussed transplanting the zucchini and cucumber things, but I mean, if you're on Pinterest, Blake's, there's all kinds of candle making hints and stuff like that. Like if you pour your wax when it's too hot, as it cools, it shrinks, so it'll tunnel, which means you get a big pit in the middle. And so you want to make sure your wax is cool enough, and it still might pit a little. So what I do is I take my heat gun and wave it back and forth until I melt the top down until it's all even. Isn't Mrs. Derp a friend of Nicole's? I believe she is. So, bye, Mrs. Derp. Anyway, so, and it also depends. I mean, if you get too deep into it, then you start getting into which containers you use for which kind of wax and hardeners and additives and all kinds of shit like that. But for your breaking, for your basic candles, I mean, It's like 90 degrees to pour. Actually, you want to let it. You don't want to let your wax get too hot. Who's Lydia? Oh yeah, yeah. I had a really good one from a gardenia scent from Porette ages ago, and I just got a fairly decent. Hold on, just a minute. Okay, from Aztec Candle and Soap Supplies, I got these fragrance oils, and they have a really good gardenia. Anyway, this one is tea and cucumber, and somehow I accidentally ordered two of them, and I don't know why. But they have these monthly sales where it's like um, 15 for 15 or something. But the shipping is like $10. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Okay, so anyway, with Aztec, they're going to have a monthly sale where it's like 15 1-ounce bottles of fragrance for $15, and then it's like $10 for shipping, so $25, and you get 15 1-ounce bottles that would normally cost you like $2.50 each. So it's a pretty good deal. Oh, probably because Nicole has an obsession with my ass. She claims she's not a lesbian, but she's awfully obsessed with my ass. But anyway, yeah, you don't want to get your wax too hot because it will burst into flames. And then you don't want to put the fragrance in when the wax is too hot because it will burn off your fragrance and could catch fire. Oh, apparently somebody wants an anal waxing. Yeah, this person wants anal waxing, so if anyone can help them out. You can contact Santa Claus for all I give a fuck. Oh, wait. Ah, shit. I blocked Vinny G. Let's see. Let's go to settings. If that's the real Vinny G. We shall soon see. Boy, I got a lot of idiots. I can't even find him in here now. Huh. That's weird. Yeah, YouTube sucks. Good, call the police. Oop, I think I accidentally blocked Brandon. Hmm. Well, now I can't find you, Brandon. Hold on. Where did Brandon go? I don't know where Brandon went. Huh. Well, I don't know, Brandon. I'll have to unblock you later. Yeah, well, that's what Nicole does. Yep, Kami. Let's see. I hate that I have to open 3 windows to get anything done. Okay, there we go. Come on. Finish opening. Okay. So how do I unblock somebody? It's not letting me unblock you, Brandon. Yeah, Kami's in the background. Oh no. Oh no, Kami. One of her kids is sick and she had to take him to the hospital, so. So it's been a truly unpleasant day for her. No, she's not in the chat. She's in the group chat. Her son has just, he was puking all day, so. Well, now it's become a really boring stream because I have to deal with horse shit. Oh, there he is. Okay, Brandon, I got you unblocked. Yeah, he's just not feeling good, and he was cranky because he couldn't eat breakfast because he knew it would just make him puke again. And so she's spent a good part of her Sunday, you know, trying to get her kid in to see a doctor. So anyway, as I was saying, this Aztec, they got good deals on stuff. The problem is you can't sniff the stuff if you're just ordering it online. I like when you can actually go into a store and sniff stuff before you order it. Oh, fuck off. So, gee, are we just gonna wait and see how many trolls come in? Sorry, Brandon. You got swept up in the mess with the other vermin. Poor Brandon. Yes, Brandon, you're back. I accidentally got you when I was getting the scum out of the pond, I guess. I'm just waiting to see anything if Kami says anything more. And then apparently it's a pukey day because one of Dina's dogs has been sick and puking. Man, I'm gonna miss all these trolls when I go back to doing my regular stuff. Because they're not gonna stick around long. They're just not. Oh, that's just my security camera telling me something. Probably a moth flew by the camera. Earlier today there was a big black bug on the camera. But problem is, thanks to this horseshit with Nicole, until things die down, I'm not about to, subject my guests to this shit, but I have been lining up some interviews and some other content. Because, yeah, I can do content other than bitching about a stupid twat who keeps digging a hole deeper. She'd lose some weight if she actually dug some holes. But I'm sure she's probably already gone offline and she's going to go get a snack and go to sleep because she's really tired or watching TV. And then tomorrow she's doing another one of her spread kindness streams. I know. Well, I don't know if that's the right Vinny G or not. Because there's two Vinny G's blocked. Thank you, Brandon. Because I know there's one Vinny G that's fairly decent, and then there's, Carlos and Abe coming in under who knows how many accounts and blah, blah, blah. Really? Because I don't give a shit. I would rather have low views for non-drama shit and be rid of you trollish little roach-like creatures than have a bunch of trolls in here because you have nothing better to do with your lives. Yeah, I don't even know who Roger Brown actually is. I I don't know who most of these people are. People talk about these other people. Oh yeah, just put out the Roach Motel, snag them all. But Dina, of course, her internet usually doesn't work. Plus, she should be asleep anyway. It's 1:30 where she's at. But her dog's been sick all day, so she's been keeping an eye on him. And then Kami's got a kid that's sick, so it's just been back and forth all day long. And then I was chatting with some friends on Facebook because we were talking about the friend that we lost to cancer yesterday. And oh, I was going to tell you, but I wasn't sure if you knew. It's like, yeah, well, unfortunately, I saw it probably about 15 minutes after she said what time she was going to take the medication. So I didn't even get a final farewell into her, but I'm sure she knows. And she understands I could never get over there because A, distance in general, and B, when I was going through the area, there was always something else going on, like a pandemic. Well, Nicole's the one that has it for me. She's really obsessed with my ass and things being in it. I mean, she says she's not a lesbian, but I'm having my doubts. She wants this old caboose back here. Yep, she wants it. Yeah, she ain't getting it. I could probably smell her from a mile away as it is, but even if I were gay, I wouldn't touch her. I would be celibate forever. Not a problem. But anyway, well, if people don't wise up, yeah, it's going to be forever. Or else hopefully as it mutates, either it mutates itself to death or it just mutates it to the moment that we catch it in the air, we die. I mean, it's one or the other. It's either going to get more virulent, or it's going to just kill itself out with as fast as it's mutating. It's kind of like what I was talking about last night when I was putting blooming fertilizer on my Hoyas and they bloomed themselves to death. So, if it mutates itself as fast as it mutates, I mean, how many mutations have we had already? It'll just mutate itself out of existence. But I still wear my mask everywhere because y'all a bunch of germy two-legged petri dishes. Too many people don't take it seriously and then they wonder why they caught coronavirus. Just ridiculous. Oh, it's nothing more than a flu bug, and then they get it and they're, on a respirator and stuff. And that's when they go on video going, oh, trust me, it's not just like the flu. Ah, clunk. And of course, nobody listens to those people because humans are fucking ridiculous. Yeah, it feels like it's just been. It's like, really? That was 2 years ago? Really? Actually, it's a little over 2 years ago now. It's just. Oh, I guess the trolls ran out of sock accounts or something. I don't know. Good. They're busy trying to make some more. But yeah, one thing I've learned is make some more channels. So I did. And I'm not even going to release them just yet. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I almost got into a fist fight in a convenience store. Not only was a woman not wearing a mask, she wanted to stand 12 inches behind me. It's like, bitch, get back. You don't have a mask on. She's like holding up her jacket. I'm like, I don't care. You still need to social distance. And she's flipping out on me. I'm a healthcare worker, so I'm safe. Oh, I'm sorry. Healthcare workers aren't dropping dead from it too? Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, the stupid out there is just. What makes you safe because you're a healthcare worker? Sorry, last time I saw the news, doctors and nurses were dropping from it too. And I mean, she kept yelling at me, so I kept yelling at her. Kind of like the thing with Nicole. Get in my face, I'm going to get in your face. But then Nicole goes, I'm just defending myself. None of us are allowed to defend ourselves. She's allowed to talk about anyone. We're not allowed to talk about her. Fuck her. Fuck her hard with a cactus. And then there was one in a grocery store. The person wanted to, just standing right behind me. It's like, excuse me, could you back off, please? And then down in California, I had it was this couple, and they were just inches behind me. And I looked at him and said, you're not wearing a mask, so unless you're handing out free colonoscopies, you need to step back. And they're like, oh, you're fine. No, I'm not. I have autoimmune disorders. My immune system does not like me. I can be 15 feet away from a person with a cold and catch it. Apparently the wind was blowing just right that day. Yeah, I'm wondering about that because I very seldom meet any very nice nurses anymore. The nurse at the doctor's office wasn't too bad, but then again, I was in such horrendous pain I was about to start screaming at the top of my lungs. I mean, I could barely move, and she wanted me to step up on the scale. It's like, I cannot step up that far right now. Not even that far. And he insists that, it's not a kidney stone. It's muscle spasms from the back stuff. So he gives me these stupid muscle relaxers that, yeah, they make me sleepy and knock me out. Whoopee. But they also make for really fitful sleep that I'm tossing and turning and waking up all the time. Oh, yeah, that's helpful. Anyway, because I took one of these stupid things, I've been kind of fighting it for a while, so I'm getting just kind of woo. And still trying to look around and go, oh, what could I do now? What could I do now? Oh, I could finish this. A couple of them probably are, Steve. Oh, that's weird. Why did they have a problem with how young you were? But, I really enjoyed the one last night that was making death threats. That was interesting. Come on, bitches. Dare ya. It's really stupid to make death threats to somebody with a death wish in the first place. Gee, you think you can get the job done? They won't let me do it. And if those trolls are Abe, what the fuck is he doing over here? Oh, his patients are merely geriatrics. Oh, huh. I don't know. But if any of those were Abe, what the fuck is he doing over here to defend Nicole? She hates him. And of course, she accuses every troll in her chat of either being Abe or being me. And no, they're not me. Can't speak for Abe, but I know the trolls ain't me. And she says she can prove it. Well, then prove it, bitch. Let's see your actual proof. She's always doing that. I can prove it. I can prove it. She's never proven one goddamn thing ever. Ever. I went to a doctor that he started out doing pediatrics and then switched to geriatrics because it didn't look as suspicious if his patients died. He was not a good doctor. He had diagnosed one of the more prominent businessmen in town with Parkinson's and gave him drugs for Parkinson's disease. It ended up causing Parkinson's-like side effects that even when they took him off the medication, it wouldn't go away. And he sued the fuck out of that doctor. Oh, it could be Carlos, too. Hey, meet me in outer space. But there's another incongruity. Steve comes up with all these sock accounts and stalks and harasses us all over the place, then says he's going to get a restraining order against us. Not with the amount of screenshots we got, motherfucker. You're preying on women again. You know what that makes you, dumbass? A predator. And then Nicole saying, well, you're a predator too because you're posting pictures of children. No, a predator posts the photos of children for the purpose of preying on them in a sexual manner generally. I don't know. But I've heard a few cases where they get hi Patty, somebody gets diagnosed with one thing and then it turns out they never had it. There was one just recently and I watched the story. What the fuck was that? Oh, he was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's and put on all these medications and lost his job. And in that time, his wife was diagnosed with cancer and he lost her. And it was sometime after he lost his wife, he found out, turns out he didn't have Alzheimer's at all. And here they'd been treating him for it and he lost his job and everything, lost the last years of uh, time with his wife, all because he was misdiagnosed. And while doctors aren't perfect, some of them just don't try. You know, they go for the easiest. Or else you have Dr. House who, looks for the zebras instead of the horses. And if you're not familiar with that as a medical term, they tell you stop looking for zebras when all there are horses. Don't look for the rare thing because most likely it's going to be something less rare like a horse. Of course, if you go to Africa, zebras aren't that rare, but whatever. Yeah, I've had a couple doctors that I think were just milking insurance by doing all these tests and shit, and I'm like, what the fuck do I need that test for? And then I had another one that was sending me through all these tests and everything. And they're just billing my insurance, billing my insurance. There was a couple of them, it looked like they had double billed me. So I'm calling my insurance going, did they double bill you for this? Because, I'm not trusting these people. And they looked into it and they said, well, no, there wasn't a double charge on theirs, but, thanks for looking out for us. Because, my God, they just sent me after test after test after test. They sent me to this doctor and that doctor. And, we're talking 100 miles apart sometimes. And it's like, dude, I can't afford all this driving. Yeah. Well, especially if you've got reservation doctors. I think I was talking to Sam and I went to a reservation doctor, even though they were open to non-tribal members from as in not their tribe. So I went to the res doctor, and first thing he asked me, "Do you have chronic pain?" I said, "Yes." And he started screaming at me, "I'm not writing any scripts for narcotics. We can't help you here. You need to leave." What the fuck, motherfucker? I answered a question. Did I ask you for narcotics? No, I did not. Why did I not? Because I'm allergic to them. If I take narcotics, I puke violently, and they do nothing for the pain. Nothing, nothing. No effect on the pain. Yeah, they finally got rid of him. But there's a lot of doctors out there who are very unprofessional and doctors that bitch, oh, what'd you do? Go to Dr. MD? Basically the internet. And it's like, well, with the state of healthcare in America, I kind of have to. Since I only get 10 minutes with you, I have to narrow it down myself and give you some clue as to what's going on. And decide what I'm actually going to come in for and what I'm not. They never read your paperwork, ever. Ever. When I put in the initial paperwork, I will make notations. No narcotics, especially opiates. No cannabis. Allergy, allergy, allergy. Cannot have it. And then, of course, if you have an allergy or whatever, you can't take the narcotics, then they want to push them on you. Like, are you freaking kidding me? I had one doctor, we had an agreement. Small amounts or samples. Don't give me big, huge prescriptions because it's just wasting drugs. So what does she do? She gives me a bottle of 90 somas. I didn't even know what somas were at the time. I took one and I was out for 2 days. Oh, yeah, they do that too. But after that soma, out of the 90, 89 of them went in the garbage. And then, of course, around here we got a lot of pill heads. Seems like everywhere I've lived, nothing but pill heads. They find out you went to the doctor. Did you get anything good? Can I have it? I'll buy them off you. So these pillheads found out that I threw away 89 somas. I'm surprised they didn't come by my house in the middle of the night and dig through my garbage. I'd have given you $40 a pill for it. And, I'm doing the math in my head going, Jesus Christ, I just threw away a fortune. Don't care. Go away. Then there was another one that made me real tired. They told me it wouldn't make me tired. It wouldn't make me drowsy. And she said, well, it shouldn't. Well, just try taking half. So I took half, and I was supposed to be making fry bread for someone. And I figured I was safe. I only took half, right? I'm standing over the stove, bobbing back and forth, going, uh-oh, I think I'm in trouble here. And, I was really risking falling face first in a pan of hot oil. That'd be... that would be like Van Halen's writer that they wanted a bowl of M&Ms with all the brown ones removed. And the reason they did that was not because they were divas, but because they wanted to see how close of attention people paid to their writers. Maybe if I told them I vomited up bricks or something. I don't know. I've gotten a look at some bands' writers, and some of them are divas. You start looking at like Whitney Houston or Jennifer Lopez or Madonna. Oh my God, their writers are fucking ridiculous. They need an entire floor of penthouse suites, and everything has to be carpeted in white fur. And like one of Madonna's was all the toilet seats must be brand new and removed when she leaves, and she would get rid of them because she didn't want them selling them for souvenirs. Demands like that, I'd say, you know what? We don't need your shit. Fucking go to another venue. I don't know if they make enough to... I mean, come on. I need to bathe in Evian water. I need 10 cases of champagne, 5 cases of this specialty beer, and then nobody would drink it. Yeah, I'm not on either team there because I don't like either of them. Johnny Depp pissed off the natives massively in several different ways. And people, oh, but he was adopted into it. No, he was adopted into a family, not a tribe. That doesn't make you a Comanche. I've had tribes want to adopt me. You know what that means? It means it's an honor, and that's it. It means nothing else. You have no rights to anything within the tribe. Nothing. And Johnny Depp was adopted by one family. That's it. That does not make him Comanche. He said that, oh, there might be some Creek or Cherokee. I don't know. Well, the genealogists for both tribes, looked and could not find anyone. So they could not trace him back. And then she's just a twat. But it's sounding like he was pretty violent towards her, too. There's quite a few people coming out and saying, yeah, we had problems with him on this movie because of this, and we had a problem with it. Then his neighbors are on it, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but DNA doesn't tell you what tribe you are or anything like that. Yeah, except most tribes you don't get any money. If you looked at the federal budget for the tribes, the billions of dollars, that's spread out amongst 574 tribes. When you narrow that down, it ain't nothing. And if you're not a per cap tribe, you get nothing. And what per cap is per capita. That means that the tribe has either a casino or they have like fishing rights, mineral rights, oil rights, whatever kind of rights that brings money into the tribe. So they will split it up amongst their tribal members who are 18 and older. But if you don't have a per cap tribe, then there's real. Oh goody, we get free medical. Yeah, okay. Let's talk about Indian Health Service, IHS. I don't think so. Matter of fact, I've been binge watching Reservation Dogs again, and I think it's the second one. Most of it takes place in an IHS clinic. Well, if you don't have anyone close to you, you can ask. Well, hopefully you know both your parents' names and where they were born. And then from that you can find your grandparents' names and where they were born. And then you look at where they were born, and you can get a general idea of what tribes are in that area. And then some tribes have the rolls online. You can actually look into it yourself, because if you call the tribe, they're going to want you to pay them to do the genealogy. And if you come up with nothing, well, then you've wasted that money. And do you know what tribe you suspect your family's from? Because we're pretty much the most recorded people in history, because the government wants to keep an eye on us, which is why my grandfather ran all over Oklahoma trying to outrun the Dawes Roll. And he finally went to New Mexico. And then he didn't come back until after the Dawes Roll was closed. So technically, we're not on the Dawes Roll, so I can't get enrolled. And that's going to be one of my live streams eventually, is why some people aren't enrolled and can't get enrolled. Each tribe decides its own rules for who can be enrolled. And like the Cherokee and a few other tribes have no blood quantum requirement. Well, the Cherokee Nation of Oklahoma does not have a blood quantum requirement. I know that. But the Eastern Cherokee in North Carolina, you have to be at least an eighth. And you have to, with both, you have to have a direct ancestor, parent, grandparent, etc. on, let's see, for Cherokee Nation, it is the Dawes Roll. For Eastern Cherokee, it is the Baker Roll. And my grandmother died before the Baker Roll, so I can't even get enrolled on the Eastern Cherokee side. Or my great-grandmother, pardon me. And I did have a Mandela effect kind of thing. For some reason, I thought the Kiowa Band was on the western side of Oklahoma, but it's actually right next to the Cherokee Nation of Oklahoma. Matter of fact, they share a capital, Tahlequah, Oklahoma. And there isn't a Tahlequah in Washington State. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh. Okay. Okay, Patty. But I mean, my family they moved to Washington from Oklahoma. Before Oklahoma, it was Tennessee, and before Tennessee, it was North Carolina. And that's where the split off is into the native and the white. So the white part, Virginia, and before Virginia, it was England. Hmm. Well, I know in Indian country, I swear we are. It's like everybody knows somebody, and if I don't know them, well, then I know somebody who knows them. Like with reservation dogs in Rutherford Falls, you know, hey, I saw my cousin on such and such last night. Oh, my cousin's trying out for this. And, then you find out you're related to these people and you just go, are you freaking kidding me? And of course, you might be related to somebody from technically another tribe because maybe somebody was kidnapped as a bride some time back because they don't want their tribes to get inbred. Yeah, the white part of my family mostly came from England and apparently Ireland. Although we've been told there's English, Irish, Scots, Dutch, Spanish, and French. Well, I've looked and I see nothing past England. I can't even really find the Ireland. I keep looking through my family tree and it gets so complicated after a while. And there was two that I was like, okay, so why did these wait, who were the wait a minute, how were those two related? But those two are two brothers married two sisters at one point, and that one just threw me because I couldn't figure it out. And then I finally saw that so and so married so and so's sister, and this one married the other sister, and okie dokie. And I was kind of afraid it was one of those, you know, cousin marrying things. Because on my mother's side, we do have some first cousins who married. Did you know that technically you're not supposed to keep those arrowheads? You're supposed to return them to the tribe? Ooh, Waterford. Like Waterford Crystal. Yeah, because people will wander around here and they'll see like uh, molehills and sometimes beads and stuff will come up and they're supposed to be returned to the local tribes. Well, one of my aunts on my dad's side did a lot of the genealogy, and there's some stuff in there that's really wrong. Because supposedly some ancestor was married to, I think it was Henry Hudson, for whom the Hudson River is named. But then I look up Henry Hudson, and that name is not there. And, people want to say, oh, well, anymore, the family unit is eroding, everybody's getting divorced. I'm sorry, but I've got ancestors from a couple hundred years ago that had 3 or 4 different wives, or 3 or 4 different husbands. Divorce was not that uncommon. Of course, being widowed or widowered wasn't that uncommon either. Oi, 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 ow, ow, ow. Yeah, that muscle relaxer isn't doing shit except make me goofy. Oh, ow. Damn. Suppose I could have a cocktail. I'm trying to avoid it because I took a muscle relaxer. Tired of having to self-medicate. Fucking quack doctors. Wonder where Samantha went. That's odd. She's usually up at this time of night. We were talking last night and we were looking at houses. Trying to find her different houses in her area. No, you wouldn't send it to me. You would go to whatever tribe is local to you and see if they actually want it. Oh yeah, some people are great at finding shit. I mean, it's kind of like mushroom hunting. Once you know what you're looking for, you kind of can spot them from a great distance away, even as blind as I am. I'll be driving somewhere and I'll just see a little flash of yellow or gold, and I go, "Oh, is that a mushroom?" And usually I won't turn around because usually I'm going down a highway or something, and it's not worth turning around to go tramping around and find out it wasn't a chanterelle but a whatever those orange things are that are poisonous. We've got a couple of different orange mushrooms that will fool you from a distance. Then you get up there and you go, "Oh fuck, man! I trekked all this way for that shit." And I don't think most tribes ate mushrooms. In any of the history that I've looked at, most people didn't eat mushrooms. As a matter of fact, they call the Cree people the mushroom eaters because they actually did eat mushrooms. In all the years I've been out mushroom hunting, I've only found 2 matsutakis. So when I find a matsutake, I practically do a little dance. And I think it was Sam and I were working or talking about Sasquatch last night. And some people that don't believe in it, etc., etc. And my ex was a non-believer, and he said, "Well, if Sasquatch exists, how come they've never found a skeleton from a dead one?" I'm like, I have spent most of my life roaming the woods. Do you know how many full skeletons of any animal I have ever found? One. And it was an elk skeleton, and that tells me that something was really wrong with that animal because nothing preyed on it. It had to have been really sick or have some horrible infection because, nothing ate the flesh. It was just allowed to rot away, as evidenced by all the fur lying around. Nothing chewed on the bones, nothing. um, the Kwakiutl were thought to be cannibals. They were in the Book of Lists as being cannibals. But the Haida, I think, were also accused of being cannibals. But apparently there's no real proof of that either. And a lot of tribes in other areas of the world that did eat people, it was usually they're dead because they wanted to take part of their spirit into themselves. It wasn't, let's go hunting people. Um, a, yeah, a lot of them, some do, some don't. It just matters. There's a lot of colonization, and the colonization did a lot of damage. They're the ones that don't care if they can make some money off another tribe by appropriating something from them. I mean, like the Eastern Band of Cherokee, they'll sell those feathered headdresses. We never wore those. That was the Plains tribes that wore those. But hey, if they can make a buck, and this goes towards uh, appropriation and people believing that all Indians are the same. Oh, a lot of places have heritage, but they tend to emphasize the white heritage. And I can't remember what it was I was looking at the other night, but I was like, oh, that's right, yeah. If they kill all the Indians, it was a battle. If the Indians killed a lot of white people, it was a massacre. Because history books call what happened at Wounded Knee the Battle of Wounded Knee. The soldiers disarmed all the native people and then started openly shooting at them. That's not a battle if the people can't fight back. Oh, I remember because I was telling somebody about when I go to Idaho, there's a different jog I take because otherwise that road takes you down into Walla Walla, where the Whitman mission is. And it was a doctor that he and his wife and kids settled there. And when smallpox came to the area, I mean, he was he was doing cures on the native people, and then smallpox came to the area, and he couldn't seem to cure anybody of smallpox. So they got angry at him because they figured, oh, you just want us all to die. So they committed a massacre on the mission and killed Marcus and Narcissa Whitman and their kids. So it was the Whitman Massacre. But a bunch of armed soldiers kill a bunch of unarmed Indians, and that's a battle. So there's a lot of damage that colonization has done, including changing the color and word of history. Oh, thank you, Patty. Oh. Yep, muscle relaxer's doing great. My leg is cramping up. Aye. But I mean, I associate with a lot of other natives who were very proud of things, and we're the ones that people, oh, you just want to nitpick everything. No, you just want to disrespect everything, and you don't like being told no. Kind of like Nicole. They think that just because they like some aspect of our culture, they can just pick it up and use it for themselves. And we say no. Well, you should share. Well, sharing without asking first is called stealing first. And some of the stuff that I have planned for the future, well, there's Pocahontas, Columbus, words that should not be used, certain spiritual beings that we don't mention the names of, that a lot of horror narrators on YouTube, they've got these idiots who write these stories. Oh, I saw one of these creatures in Ohio. No, you didn't. If you were outside Navajo country, you didn't see one. Knock it the fuck off. White sage. And I think that's all I've got written down for now. Oh, wait, no, I got stuff over here. Okay. Black Indigenous people, Leonard Peltier, and enrollment. Which will, of course, include DNA and DNA testing and family stories. And look, I've got the high cheekbones. And oh, I probably wouldn't be able to play that. It's probably copyrighted. Damn it. There's an amazing Indigenous Black actress, writer, etc. Her name is, here, let me put it in the chat because Daisy Dungy. Go on. And you can find her on YouTube, and I recommend you do. She had a series called Ask a Slave, and she played one of George Washington's slaves, and they discuss history. Yeah, well, you know what I mean. But if you watch that, she talks to a native man. I can't remember what the native's name was supposed to be, but he's played by comedian Jim Rule. You can look him up too. And he gives this fancy Algonquian name for George Washington. Well, that sounds just lovely. What does it mean? Town destroyer. Because that's what Washington did. He destroyed entire native towns and burnt the crops, including the tobacco, even though he wanted the tobacco. But it's really great because they take questions from, kind of a man on the street kind of thing. And so they've got one character that goes, hey, so-and-so, red coat, are you Cherokee like me? Like me? Ha ha ha. Look, see, I got the cheekbones. It's hysterical. Yeah, but Patty, there's so much to be found on YouTube itself if you look at people who are actually native, even if they're light-skinned like me. Often they will give their tribal affiliations, and when people claim, oh, I'm part whatever, and I'm part Indian too, and you ask them what tribe, why do you need to know? Well, that right there tells us everything. Oh yeah, I go outside for an hour though, and I get dark. Oh, I'm pale as hell now because we have no sun in the Northwest. It was actually kind of sunny today, but not very much. But yeah, that series, Ask a Slave, is great. Let me see if I can find the. Oh, that's going to take forever to open, isn't it? Open. 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 Come on. Ask a slave. Let me see which one it is. Well, here we'll. Oopsie, opened it twice. Because it wasn't opening. Ah, here's the one we want. Okay, stop. Stop. I said stop. Stop, please. Well, not that kind of stop. Not freeze up. Stop. Stupid computer. Stupid. Oh, yeah, now everything's going to freeze up. Wonderful. Oh, yeah, thank you so much. Please stand by. Yes, it's the I Dream of Jeannie theme song, so fuck you. Well, Jesus Christ. Holy shit, computer. Come on. Oh my god, you are so weak, you stupid computer. I've got some kind of bloatware on this thing and I can't find it. I've gone through all the directories and all this other shit and I can't find it. I don't even know if y'all can hear me because my damn computer won't behave. Motherfucker. Come on, stop. There. Okay, gimme. Gimme! Gimme! It's like playing tag with a dog or something. Jesus. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Thank you, stupid computer. Cut. Now freeze. Okay. Come on. Behave, little computer. Thank you. Okay. Go. There. That is the episode with Ask a Slave, Season 2, Episode 3, What About the Indians? Definitely go watch that one. I don't want to play it because I'm afraid that it would be copyright claimed and I would get in trouble. And I'm saving all my trouble for Nicole. But this is the series. And I think AZ is, actually it might be AZIE. I might have spelled her name wrong. I think I did. I thought it looked funny. Meet Lizzie May. I'm pretty sure it's AZ. Yeah, that looks right. She's gonna hurt me. She's gonna hurt me, isn't she? She's gonna smack me. Anyway, that's the actress and writer who plays Lizzie May, the slave at Mount Vernon. But yeah, that dude that look at my cheekbones, you know, it's just hysterical. And then somebody else asks Lizzie May, well, if you work in the house, you must be worth a lot. How much are you worth? And she said, I am not for sale. Gets all indignant. Of course, there was more of a prestige to being in the house than out in the fields. Of course, that privilege tended to come with a few drawbacks, such as, oh God, what was her name? I think we discussed her a couple nights ago. Chloe at a plantation in Louisiana or somewhere around New Orleans or something like that. And she was basically having an affair, if you can call it that, since it was not consensual, with the man of the house. And then she caught him in his room talking to yet another one of the slave women and thought she was going to lose her place in the house, but she got caught eavesdropping and he cut off her ear. And so, desperate to maintain her position in the house, she took some oleander leaves and made a birthday cake for one of the kids and served it to the family. And she figured if she did that, they would get sick and she would bring them back to health, and that would show that she is very valued in the family, inside the house. And she added too much and ended up killing them all, except for the master, who happened to be away that day. But yeah, a lot of history, that the saying goes, history is written by the victors, and it really is. And they can make up whatever the hell they want, and that becomes, gospel. Again, kind of like Nicole with her idiots. You talk about she lies her ass off, and these people believe her. But I've got 4 or 5 different people saying, no, that's not what happened. This is what happened. But she'll sit there and say, nah, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. And these people believe her. And I've got plenty of people who are in the know that know otherwise. Let me find my store here. It's not going to open. Fine, fuck it. But anyway, now that I've given you homework, if you have Hulu, they have a deal on Hulu. If you've had Hulu before and dropped it, you can get it again for $1 a month for 3 months. If you have Peacock or Disney Plus, you can watch Rutherford Falls. If you have Hulu, you can watch Reservation Dogs. I was just watching the 2 hip-hop artists from Reservation Dogs that in the show they're called Mose and Miko, but in real life they are Mike and Funny Bone, and they're a hip-hop duet, and both of them were born with dwarfism. And I think both of their real names are Jesus. But they were on America's Got Talent and stuff like this, and I wonder if I can play that. Would they allow me to play that? Will they? Hold on here. Share the screen. Since it's just a clip, I'm hoping it'll let me share. Share, mon frère. Fair warning, Howard Stern is just an ass. Whoops. Come on. Give us some sound.
Oh, alright.
Okay, hold on, let me.
On TV. Really?
Well, I know we look alike, but we're not twins, we're just brothers. I'm good? We don't have girlfriends right now. I'm not looking for somebody that wants me for fame. That's one thing I'm not looking for. I don't mind.
Oh, come on!
Whoa, straight like that. Alright, Mike, whoa, we'll go get him.
Yeah. Are you ready?
I'm ready for you guys. What is the name of your group?
I'm Little Mike, I'm Funny Bone, and together we are Mike Bone.
Mike Bone! You guys are brothers?
Yes, sir.
What are your real names?
They call me Jesus.
Jesus.
It's what happens when Indians name.
Native American?
Yeah.
You're Jesus?
Both of us. We're
What do
both
you mean?
Jesus.
Is your real name Jesus?
Yeah, I was born out.
And your real name is Jesus too?
Yeah. You know the sad thing is, there's one between us, and his name is Jesus.
How tall are you guys? Just so we know.
52 inches.
Hard to get girls at that size, or no problem?
Just give me a chair, I'll be all right.
Way to go, way to go. Just give us a brief rundown of what we're about to see.
We rap and we dance.
You do this professionally?
Yeah,
you make, you make money? How much money did you make last year doing this?
Woo!
Well, that doesn't look very good.
$300 a show. We stay booked.
That's a lot of wampum, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck
That's
you.
All right, best of luck.
Yeah.
A lot of wampum, you asshole.
Do the right dance, shout it, do the right dance. Do the right dance, shout it, do the right dance. Do the right dance, shout it, do the right dance. Shout it, do the right dance, shout it, do the right dance. Fellas, ladies, get caught, jump around like a native. And let me see you do the right dance. Do the right dance, do the right dance, shout it, do the right dance. I say it now when I bounce on the native boy. Coming fresh in the box, never faded boy. Oklahoma be the 46 state boy. And I ain't going nowhere, I'm here to stay boy. You can call me FBI, cause I'm full blood in the game. Boss in the blood, full blood, just again. Say that, go add it up. Man, funny bro, cause I had you back me up. I'm a nigga go. Look over here, get a look right there. Oh, right there, 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 right there. Do the right there, do the right there, shout it, do the right there.
Yay!
What did you do?
You know, this is really weird. I was like not expecting to sort of sit here and enjoy this, but you know,
Fuck you.
you guys are sort of a novelty. But I just
Fuck
think based
you.
on that performance, you did a really credible job. I thought you were really good. What do you think?
I thought it was great. I love the song. It's in my head. The rain dance. I think you
Wait
guys...
till you go outside.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? I give it about 30 minutes.
Mel,
I loved it, but I hated it. So I'm a bit like that.
Love it.
And I know it's already in my head. I know it is.
what did you think of the dancing, though? The dancing was
The
good.
dancing was spot on.
Right.
I totally enjoyed the dancing.
Heidi, what do you think?
I was entertained, and you know that's what this is all about.
And you know this,
Yeah.
man.
I liked it.
I think this is going to be an interesting vote.
All right.
Heidi,
For me, it's a yes. I would like to know more about
Right.
you.
Howie,
I am going to say yes.
so that's 2 yeses. Mel,
Give it a shot.
All right, I'm done. It's a yes.
Bust.
and it's a yes for me. Going to Vegas. You know what's great about this? Finally, you're watching something wholesome.
Oh, shut up. Let me see. Let's see.
Action. Well, sound like Mars attacks. That. Who the fuck was that?
I got more spirits?
No, man. It's Mozambique. We got the same uncle.
I'm gonna go get those dickheads back. What kind of game is supposed to write in blue?
Indian Mafia couldn't make up their minds if they want to be Bloods or Crips more. Maybe they're Blips. Or maybe they're Cruds. Hey!
Why not just write purple?
Who are they?
Right in the village.
Oh, they're new. The founder's auntie just moved over there by Key's house, and she fine, too. Yeah, and they all cousins. I guess some chick named Jackie with blonde hair was the leader of a gang in the city. And when she moved here, they initiated her cousin. They probably killed some people. And they been looking for y'all.
Why are they looking for us?
Because they heard y'all were the reservation bandits.
Who told them that?
That's my bad. See,
Shit.
I kind of told me I was the toughest in town. And they asked me what your gang name was, and that's all I could think of.
Why would you tell them we're in a gang, bro? Always wanted to be in a gang.
I guess they trying to take you off the throne now, take you out the powwow. So they wanted us to join that gang too, but kind of want to see how this plays out.
Yo, be careful. They seem serious.
We making them black when I'm black, no black.
So that's them doing their act, and then that's them on Reservation Dogs. I don't know, they seem to act kind of like town criers who knit scenes together every once in a while. You know, and they'll, in the second episode, they show up at the clinic to buy some of Willie Jack's meat pies. And everybody knows a Willie Jack, I swear. She's just the cutest thing, but she's, you know, she's the res tough girl, you know. But they show up and they're like, I like my women like I like my meat pies, brown and hot. But they did go on America's Got Talent, but they lost the second time because Lil Mike didn't feel like rehearsing, so when they went to perform, they just were not in sync on anything, and they just it just destroyed their chances. But they've got, if you look up Lil Mike and Funny Bone or Mike Bone on YouTube, you'll see all kinds of crazy shit they do. Like they'll ask Alexa questions, just really stupid questions. There's one where they're doing karaoke in the car, but they change the songs to some kind of resified, like Johnny Be Good becomes These Roads Ain't Good, and they're just hysterically funny. They appeared at a Boys and Girls Club, and they walked outside to all these kids out there cheering and screaming. They said, "Hey, tall people!" But they're pretty funny, and they're on Twitter. Okay, good night, Patty. Yeah, I think I'm going to be ending here in a minute. I'm going to start trying to set up for more of my mainstream sort of shit. And, you know, I don't give a shit if nobody watches it. It's here for the taking because I'm sick of everybody's bullshit. So, I guess we'll end this for the night, and thanks for being here, guys. I don't know when I'm going to plan something else, so I will talk at y'all another day.